Hello, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, art history enthusiasts and visual culture aficionados. It's me again, Miss M, and I am back with yet another video, yet another Rum Break. Okay, yeah, I've been on a roll lately, haven't I? Um, so welcome. No, not welcome back. I guess maybe welcome back. I don't know what lingo to use yet. I'm not really a professional YouTuber. But, hello once again. Once again, everybody, hello. I have found yet another thing to talk about with regard to The Shining. I'm going to try and make it short today. And for me, short, you know, some people are short videos, like a couple of minutes long. For me, it's probably like half an hour. We shall see. But I was talking with Tankard the other day about the rum and all this stuff, and I said I'm going to make another video about the non-alcoholic beverages in The Shining, and I'm going to do that, but not today. Today, excuse me, adjusting in my chair. Today I'm going to talk about something I found online. Like I said, I love putting you on all this, stuff that I find and whatever. I know I need to get my ass working on my blog and doing social media again and et cetera, so on and so forth. And I apologize because I'm just not good at that, or I need to develop a game plan or a schedule or whatever. For now, I'm just having fun making these videos. Maybe in the new year, maybe that'll be my New Year's resolution, be better about YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and the other ones that I haven't even really used yet, like Pinterest or Facebook or whatever. And buy me a coffee, stuff like that. But for now, I'm just making videos, having a good time. Before I get into it, whatever it is that I want to talk about today, I think I have a good idea of what I want to say, but as usual, I'm never really 100% sure. However, let me get church announcements out the way. So, yes, thank you for coming back if you're a returning viewer. So, hello, returning viewers. Thank you for returning new viewers. Thank you for being new. Subscribers, thank you for subscribing. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the videos if you know anybody who might be into this nonsense that I'm doing here. Warts and all. So that's it. That's it for the church announcements. Subscribers. Yeah, 210, that's nothing. That's chicken feed. That's peanuts. But I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it. All 210 of you. Thank you. Thank you. And now that I got that all out the way, let's get into it. This is what I want to talk about today. I found this marvelous tumbler. It is called a Stanley Kubrick tumbler. And I was looking through this, and you can do it too. I will leave the link in the description. Might even do a community post about it. I found this wonderful, I found this awesome video. Stanley Kubrick talks about growing up and learning photography. Oh, I love it so much. And then this one the other day, I found the cutest, website. And I think this lady also has a YouTube channel, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look into that again. But, oh my God, look at this. The Homicidal Homemakers website. The Shining Red Rum Roll Cake. Oh, and I don't know if you know or not, but I am a baker. This is just beautiful. This is just a thing of beauty. The red rum roll cake, the Shining Red Rum Roll Cake. Please check out her website. She has a lot of other, really, really good, really cool videos. That I think are awesome. Just freaking awesome. And, yeah, check it out. Check out her thing over there. And I found this one today. Okay, this one is called a Stanley Kubrick tumbler. And then there's another one. Okay, the Overlook Hotel on Tumblr. Jesus, so much fun. So much fun. So many creative, insightful people out there. And yeah, they're using their creativity and their insight and their intellect and their analytical skills and their observational skills and whatever to do this. Okay. I might go off on a rant. I don't know. But like these wonderful people who like do these websites and Tumblrs and social media accounts and TikToks even and whatever. Like these are talented people. So many creative and talented people. And you just know that, their creativity and talent is not being wasted on doing stuff like this because no, this is good. This is good stuff. However, like that these people are probably, well, like me, just working a daily 9 to 5 or just living a 9 to 5 kind of life. Um, Jesus Christ, if you get these people together and like give them a really like serious problem to solve, they could do it. They could do it. I know they could do it. But so that being said, I want to go into this post in particular on the a Stanley Kubrick Tumblr, and I don't know if they're reposting something from the Overlook Hotel Tumblr. I'm not sure about how this works because I'm not really a Tumblr person. I don't do Tumblr. As you can see, I'm not logged in because I don't have an account. They talk about this particular part of the movie, which I have covered in my other videos. I've covered, the scene where Danny and Wendy are eating their little peanut butter and jelly sandwich lunches. And I always wondered about, I will zoom in so you can see. I've always wondered about this object on the table next to Danny. I always thought it was some kind of camera thing. I guess I was wrong. I thought it was a lens of some kind. I thought it was like, instead of binoculars, I thought it was like monoculars. Like instead of two lenses, like one binocular, like whatever. I don't know how else to say it. Turns out I was dead wrong, you guys. And thank goodness I found this Tumblr to set me straight and, get my ass together. But it's not. It's not a viewing device of any kind. It's not a lens. It's not like those pirate things, like where it was just like this tube that they would look through to see for far away. No, none of that. Absolutely none of that. I was wrong. And let me get into why I was wrong. Turns out, from looking at this Tumblr and reading what they have to say here, this thing, it's a toy, and you'll find out what kind of toy it is real soon. So this post on a Stanley Kubrick Tumblr, which is, I think, a repost of the Overlook Hotel Tumblr's post. It talks about this scene and like one of the ways the movie could have gone in a direction that it could have gone in. I will read this to you. And of course, like I said, I will put a link to this Tumblr. You can look through all their posts. All of their posts are awesome. Beautiful. Just beautiful. It says, in the first scene with Danny and Wendy at their Denver, Colorado. Oh, I thought it was Boulder. Oh, excuse me. Okay, Denver, Colorado apartment. A toy laser pistol can be seen lying on the table. Did you hear that? Did you hear me? A toy laser pistol. That's what that is. That is what this object is. A toy laser pistol. Hello. Okay, hello skis. Okay, let me get back to it. A toy laser pistol can be seen lying on the table. This prop is the last remnant of an early idea director Stanley Kubrick had for The Shining. These pages from a recently uncovered draft of the screenplay from 1978 offer a glimpse into this abandoned idea. The first page, I guess up here, yeah, dated 3/20/78. They got that wrong. It's 3/30/78. That, never mind though. 3/20/78 contains an unused beginning of the lunchtime scene. It was either never filmed or removed during editing. Kubrick's handwritten note reads, "We see on the table, alongside him, his space laser gun, which will always be with him." All right, moving on. On the second page, dated 2/4/78, Oh Lord, no. Oh Lord, no, 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 no. It. I guess in European system of dating, it's the first one is. Or wait a minute, hold on now. Wait a minute, hold on, hold on, hold on. 30, yeah, 30. So March 30th was the first page, and then it's April 2nd. Okay, for the second page. All right, so now that we got that out the way. On the second page, dated the 2nd of April, 1978, Kubrick describes the final showdown in the maze. You guys, I'm going to enlarge this so you can see it or read along with me. Kubrick describes the final showdown in the maze. The action had yet to be fully worked out, although he does have Jack getting trapped in the maze and freezing to death. Danny, however, does not walk backwards in his own footsteps to cunningly elude Jack. Instead, he uses an implement to systematically smash all the lights in the maze, plunging it into darkness as he follows his own tracks back out of the maze. In a subsequent draft, Kubrick has Danny using the above-mentioned toy laser gun, which is shown to have a flashlight built into it to light his way out of the darkness. Okay. The second page also offers a glimpse into an earlier version of the ending, where Dick Hallorann is not killed by Jack, but instead shows up to save Danny and Wendy, an ending which is more closely aligned with Stephen King's novel. Earlier treatments had Wendy killing Jack with a knife. Y'all, this is like some awesome tea, isn't it? Anyway, let me keep reading. Earlier treatments had Wendy killing Jack with a knife, and when Hallorann shows up at the hotel, it's revealed that he's been called to the Overlook to do the hotel's bidding. He's intent on finishing the job of killing Wendy and Danny. I just don't know what to think. So what I'm getting from this, if this is all accurate, and I don't doubt the author, I have no reason to doubt the author. I'm sure not an expert on this stuff. But from what I'm getting from this, like The Shining could have been a really different movie. Yeah, it looks like that to me. The Shining could have been. It almost was. I guess it looks like almost was a very different movie, and Hallorann could have been a very different character, a very unsympathetic character, a character that you're not rooting for, that you don't want him to succeed. I mean, if he's trying to kill a mother and child, for God's sake, you know? So anyway, moving on. Interestingly, Danny is referred to as Tony in the screenplay for the last third of the story. I guess like that's after he gets strangled by the crazy lady. Yeah. After he becomes catatonic following his encounter with the woman in room 237. Yeah, the crazy, quote unquote, crazy lady. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. And down here in the parentheses, it tells you like how this person got this information and where these pages of the script are from. They're from an earlier version of the movie. So what I'm getting from this also, not only is was it like was The Shining almost a very different movie, but like it looks like Stanley Kubrick was working on this thing and making changes, making decisions, making like whatever that affected the appearance of the movie and the plot and the characters and everything, like all the way through this thing. He filmed it's not just that like epilogue scene that the one where that I covered in, hold on, this here video, Coffee Break, Bill and Jack, etc. Yeah, it's not just that. Like, that's not the only scene that potentially got cut out. There was probably a bunch of them that were left on the cutting room floor, so to speak. So Hallorann almost became a murderer, he was trying to murder Wendy and Danny because like Jack, the spirits that allegedly preside over the overlook, like Grady, the waiter Grady, um, was saying to Jack, "Oh, it looks like you're, I told you to go kill your wife and kid, and you couldn't do it." And Jack is like, "Oh no, I'll take care of that." And I guess he doesn't take care of that because Wendy kills him with a knife in this version. Remember, Tankard. Hello, we were talking about that the other day too, the knives. Um, Wendy kills Jack with a knife, so Jack is unsuccessful in dispatching his wife and his child. So here comes Halloran, who comes there for good reasons to help them, but then he becomes a potential murderer too. Lord, 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 Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. But now here's the question though that I have on my mind. Not necessarily how and why did our Stanley, how and why did he make these choices? But obviously he's an artist, he's a director. The art doesn't just come in nice little prepackaged, easy to do, easy to consume little units. No, creating art is actually work, contrary to popular belief. A lot of people don't have any respect for artists of any kind, whether it's a film director, whether it's a sculptor, whether it's a painter, whether it's an actor, a dancer, a singer, a musician, a writer, or what. Like a lot of people, we all enjoy entertainment. We all enjoy the arts, but unfortunately, the people who create these things, they don't get a whole lot of respect, and that's just a crying shame. It's an absolute crying shame. But art is not, it doesn't happen in a nice, neat way. There's beginnings, and then there's endings, and then you have to go back and fix it. And you're the artist, and you change your mind about whatever you're working on, so you got to go back and do something, because you've changed your mind about something, and whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish by creating a work of art, it's not an easy thing to do. And there's several stages to it, and then there's revisions and editing and second guessing yourself as an artist or whatever. And obviously that's what Stanley was up to. That's what he was doing. This is not okay, he wrote this script and he made his decision about how it was going to go, and then he just started filming and he stuck to one way of doing it. No, obviously he gave himself lots and lots of options as far as what he wanted to do, how he was going to do it. I mean, who the hell knew that Halloran could have been a potential murderer? Who the hell knew that he was actually going to put in there, or thought about putting in there, that Wendy was going to kill Jack with a knife? Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. That's just crazy to me. But it makes sense. So now we have the finished product that we all are watching and enjoying forever and ever and ever. All these years later. Yeah. And that's what he decided on. That the version that we all see, that's the artist's, that's the director's final word. He made his choices, and he stuck to them with the final version of the movie, edited and everything. Now, that still doesn't, in my opinion, take away from the fact that maybe Stanley isn't being 100% transparent about what it is he's really trying to do with the images in this movie. Okay? Yes, decisions are made, and then decisions are unmade, or minds are changed, or whatever. Okay, yeah. But there's something that he's trying to accomplish. He's not just messing around. So, what we have, the version that we all watch, the version that was released, it has a certain structure to it. It has a certain structure to it. The story, the plot, the actions that we see happening in the movie, they have a structure, and that structure was probably pretty intricately designed by Stanley Kubrick. and he made the decision about how to portray Wendy and what we get to see, and Danny and Jack and Halloran and Ullman and Watson and Susie the secretary and all of them. Okay. So a lot of people are going to say, okay, so those are continuity errors. I still don't agree with that. I still don't, especially, we'll get into it as I do my, in the future, my Understanding the Shining installments. I still don't think that the quote-unquote continuity errors are errors or mistakes. I think that they are calculated. I really do. I think everything in this movie, edits and all, is calculated, like past the point of what a normal person or an ordinary person could do. I still believe that whatever Stanley Kubrick was trying to do with this movie is pretty complicated. And I still believe that he is trying to teach his viewers something. Whoever watches this movie, you're meant to learn something from it. So, with that being said, so there's that. Now, I also want to talk about, where is it? You could read this on your own. This when you find it, when you scroll down, when you get to this Tumblr. Danny is seated at the kitchen table, leaning on his elbows. Wendy serves him, what is this? Sugar Pops? Oh, no, you didn't. So, Sugar Pops? So that turns it in from lunch into breakfast, doesn't it? Interesting. Okay, so I guess they maybe there's like there's film that ended up on the cutting room floor of Danny eating Sugar Pops in this scene rather than the peanut butter jelly snack. So it was peanut butter jelly, and then I guess he wanted to put Sugar Pops, oh Lord, and milk, and then he crosses out a glass of milk, because why would you have a glass of milk along with a bowl of cereal and milk? That's redundant. But okay, whatever. So we see at the table alongside him his space laser gun, which will be with him. And I don't know what this little glyph means, but yeah, and the TV is on. Okay, so his space laser gun, and then allegedly in the climactic maze scene with Jack and Danny, Danny uses the space laser as a sort of a flashlight to help him get out of the maze, in addition to his footsteps, or his footprints rather. That's absurd. That just adds to the absurdity for me of the maze scene, of the Jack and Danny frozen maze scene, where Danny lures Jack into the maze, and then, what was it? Was it in this? No, it wasn't in this one. Ha 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 ha. Wait a minute. No. Oh yeah, here it is. Jack getting trapped. Danny, however, does not walk backwards in his own footsteps to cunningly elude Jack. Instead, he uses an implement to systematically smash all the lights in the maze, plunging it into darkness as he follows his own tracks back out of the maze. In a subsequent draft, Kubrick has Danny using the above-mentioned toy laser gun, which is shown to have a flashlight built into it, to light his way out of the dark maze. Now, when I started doing this, I had to think, do I want to deal with all of these edits, these rumored edits, or now we have evidence of this particular edit and whatever, or do I just want to deal with the final product that Stanley wanted to show his audience, and he decided, yeah, that's it, that's it, that's the movie. I don't I'm not gonna, in my Understanding the Shining series, I'm only going to discuss, of course, what's in the movie, not what's not in the movie. No, that's ridiculous. But I can do these little side videos, Rum Break. Now that's from now on, that's what I'm calling them. If my coffee break, what I originally called coffee break videos, have to do with Shining subjects, I'm going to call it a Rum Break, and that's that. Um, but now there's another one. This is another. I told you about this is a Stanley Kubrick tumbler. This is the Overlook Hotel tumbler with more or less, it's like the same post or only slightly different. I don't know. And the text here is almost exactly the same. But oh yeah, here it is. This is what I wanted to focus on. There's some slight differences. On the second page, like this, you can look at both of these when you find them. I don't know if I can even link to these. Like, can I link to these? Hold on, let me see what these three dots do. Yeah, oh, this is from 2014. Oh, I can copy the link. Awesome. Okay, cool. Hold on, where was I? Yes, down here. Yes. So on the second page, dated. Now they're doing American dating. What is going on here? April 23rd, 1978, Kubrick describes the final showdown in the maze. In this version, Danny uses a mallet to systematically smash the lights in the maze, plunging it into darkness as he follows his own tracks back out. He lights his way out of the dark maze with his space gun flashlight. Okay. All right. I don't know what to think. Now this, I wanted to show you this one from the Overlook Hotel tumbler because they show us this picture once again, zeroing in on the what we now know is a toy laser ray gun, whatever, next to Dan. I always wonder what the hell this was, and I always wondered why this spoon was there too. As a side note, like if he's what do you need a freaking spoon for? If you're eating peanut butter jelly, like she didn't make the sandwiches on the table. I don't see the jar of peanut butter. I don't see the jelly. I don't see the bread. All I see is the finished sandwiches, glass of milk, ashtray, Virginia Slims, blue lighter. I told you blue is Wendy's color. The ray gun, and this spoon, which ain't got no business being there. So that would make sense because, oh, look what I just read a minute ago. Sugar Pops. However, now I've got even more questions. Like, who let this slip by? Like, who was asleep at the switch and left this spoon there? If the spoon was there for the purpose of eating the Sugar Pops. Do you see, like, what the problem I'm having with this? Like, what's going on? The spoon is pissing me off. But I guess I can think about that some other time. Okay, but this ray gun, okay, we see it here. And then down here, when Wendy and Danny go to explore the maze, I always wondered what the hell this was, too. Never talked about. I mean, we'll get to it soon, like in part 9 or whatever. And Wendy is holding something too. I think she's holding like a Polaroid camera or something. I don't know. And she's dressed in, well, we'll talk about that when we get to that part of the movie. But now we know that this is a ray gun. Okay. All right. So this is the two places we see it in the finished version. In the finished and completely edited version of the movie, we see the ray gun at the lunch table, and see, like, he was making all kinds of decisions. First it was lunch, then it was breakfast, then it was back to lunch. Okay, all right. Sugar Pops. Shit. Okay, and then we see it again when Wendy and Danny go into the hedge maze. He's got his ray gun with him. I guess if Stanley thought that the final showdown in the maze between Danny and Jack, if he thought that Danny would have his ray gun with him, then this would have been foreshadowing. But since it didn't end up like that, then... But he left it here. I mean, maybe he couldn't edit it out, or he couldn't reshoot the scene with Danny, like, not with his ray gun. I don't know, but I mean, do you see, like, the problem? Somebody like me and my OCD and my very, very potential. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I've got problems. Do you see what kind of problems I'm having now with this? Like, I can't reconcile this. Why did he leave this here and this here? Like, dude, Lord. Y'all would love to hear what you have to say. I would love to hear what you have, or read rather, what you have to say in the comments. Help me make sense of this madness. Help me make sense of my own madness. That would be good too. I would appreciate that so much. But what do you all think too? I want to hear what you have to say. Don't just like counsel me. No, I want to hear your opinions about this kind of stuff too, because I am just like floored by this. Floored. Absolutely floored. I just don't know what to think, y'all. I just don't know what to think. But I think that's it for now. I've been talking for 31 minutes. So let me make this one of my shorter videos for your viewing and or listening pleasure. Once again, I will reiterate the church announcements stuff. Thank you all for being here. If you're new, if you're returning, if you're a subscriber, if you're not subscribed, I'm just so happy that you're here watching my videos. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my nonsense. If you know anybody who might be interested in this, I would appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I'm enjoying this so much, and I'm enjoying that I'm starting a conversation and getting people to think about this, and I guess maybe even possibly entertaining people. That's awesome. So you guys, I'm gonna make some more videos tonight. I'm gonna space them out and put them on, like, schedule them in the future. So now I'm making these late at night. So it was Wednesday when I started. Now it's Thursday. It's past midnight. So you all have a marvelous, awesome, best day ever. And until next time, wonderful viewers and listeners, until next time, until I find yet another reason to talk at you about The Shining, about Kill Bill, about Hunter, about God knows what else. I'll find something. I sure will. Until then, I'm going to go ahead and bid you bye-bye. So, bye-bye, everybody.